And now, happiness. The room is small, the furniture cheap. The well-dressed visitor looks at the paper flaking from the walls and then back to the shabby, pathetic figure of Stephen Rawlings.
I can't understand it, Stephen. I was thunderstruck when I saw you.
Standing on the curb selling matches and bootlaces. Polite begging, really. Rather different from the old days, eh? And this to come home to.
It's terrible. Awful. What happened?
Well, I suppose you've a right to know. We left Penville suddenly because my wife was going blind. I thought that bringing her to the city, she might have a chance. Doctor after doctor held out a straw of hope, and we grabbed frantically. Operation after operation proved how wrong they were. I couldn't get a job here. Doctors are expensive, Vincent. I watched the savings of years dribble through my fingers.
I'm sorry. Your wife must find it dreadful to live like this.
She doesn't know.
What?
She doesn't know. She's blind. I can keep a great deal from her. She probably feels that this place isn't exactly a palace, but she can't see just how bad it is. And she has no idea what I do to earn enough money to live.
You've kept that from her,
But
too?
of course I have. It would break her heart to think I'd reached rock bottom trying to save her sight. She mustn't ever know. She thinks I have a good job.
You're a very fine person, Stephen. You were used to the good things of life.
I have them. I have Alice. I'll take you in to see her before I go back to my stand. This way, Vincent. Oh, and tell her how well I'm doing at my job, how nice the house looks. You must back me up. Alice, my dear, I brought an old friend to see you. Vincent Menderby. I met him at the club.
Oh, of course I remember you, Vincent. The old days in Penville. How are you?
You're fine, Mrs. Rawlings. And you?
Oh, very spoilt, I'm afraid. I don't need my eyes. Stephen sees for me. Oh, Stephen, have you offered our guest a cup of tea?
I'm going to put the kettle on now, dear. Don't give the show away, Vincent, about all those things at the club.
Stephen looks very well, Mrs. Rawlings.
Does he? Oh, Vincent, I'm sorry that you should see him like this. Living here, you met him on the street, didn't you, selling matches and bootlaces?
Why, yes, but...
I know. I'm not supposed to know. Stephen works very hard to keep it from me, to pretend that everything is just as it used to be in Penville. How it must have hurt him for an old friend to see him like that.
But why do you let him think that you don't know?
I lie awake at night listening to him talking in his sleep, telling himself over and over again that he mustn't let me find out. As long as he thinks I don't know, he's happy. Don't you see?
Yes.
And if Stephen is happy, then how can I be anything else? That's all we have left, Vincent. Each other and our happiness.